Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome in today for the 75th episode of the Pod Wants podcast. I am your host, Char J, joined by my co-host, Luke.
Hey, everybody.
Were you laughing about that? What was that noise in the background?
That was pretty sure that was Hereth's dad, actually. Ah, shit, that's funny. That's great.
Can you tell Mr. Productions to calm it down?
Yeah. Yeah, tell
And
Mr. Productions
and
to
Hereth
chill it.
Productions.
Well,
what's up, everybody?
Hope everyone's having a great Thursday night. Today we're going to be talking about Season 2, Episode 8, also known as the Blood Sisters episode. We're going to be talking about a lot of Sabine Wren's history, her in the Imperial Academy, her as a bounty hunter, and her friend Katsuonio. So we're going to be diving into a bunch of those different things. But first, we get something to talk about before we dive into today's episode. Luke.
Okay, so everybody, I mean, if you haven't seen the scuttlebutt on Star Wars Twitter today, there were some leaks about the Ahsoka show. We won't be getting into specific details about some of the leaks. But there was a leak stating that we will see Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker, which we kind of already knew. He will be wearing his Revenge of the Sith robes, which makes sense. So that's just another one that makes sense. And what else? I guess we'll be seeing him in the Clone Wars.
But that's about it.
That's about it. The other stuff
any-
of like involving Ahsoka Tano, we're not gonna talk about because I feel like it
goes into spoiler territory.
Yeah.
And B, it's also like we're not going to talk about it on air, but we were talking about before the show. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Anyway,
I mean, there's some things that that could work. For example, like we'll see 3 different eras of Ahsoka. Like we'll see pre-Clone Wars, or like during Clone Wars Ahsoka, post Clone Wars Ahsoka, and then we'll get to Mandalorian era Ahsoka. But yeah, there's a lot of these things that I don't even think they're leaks. I would just say they're rumors.
Yeah. We just take them with a grain of salt. Yeah,
exactly.
Just take them with a grain of salt because I feel like it's just I don't really understand. I get why people are upset and I get why people are reacting, but like here's the thing. We were hearing leaks about Obi-Wan Kenobi before it came out, and Hereth and I and Char had all had our little speculations. Hell, I was almost spot on with
me and Luke almost nailed almost every fucking thing.
I nailed. And I had talked about it with Mara.J. Skywalker Beth about it. I knew pretty much what was going to happen coming into this show. But I mean, the part that I really wanted was the line of I wanted him to take off the helmet and say, "Look what you have done to me." He basically said that in episode 3. So I'm like,
without the helmet, but he did say, "I am what you made me." It's very, very close.
It's very close. Yeah. So I'm like, a lot of these leaks are going to be like, they're either going to be spot on, or they're not going to be right at all. And my thing is that we need to take these with a grain of salt because everybody could be making a big deal out of this, right? And none of this could happen. None of the things that have come out could be true. Mm-hmm. And it just looks bad on people for saying, "Oh, this is gonna be the worst thing ever." Blah blah blah. Like, it could be a version of what they're telling, what the leaks are saying, but if it's done correctly or done in a way that it's like it makes sense, then why not?
It's a whole. Again, even I overreacted at first when I first read it because even I was just like, "What the fuck is this? Like, what am I reading? Like, what is going on? Like, this is just ridiculous." But again, my whole philosophy when it comes to leaks is a broken clock can be right twice. How do we know these are true? Because again, the Kenobi stuff was right, but I thought most people can guess it. It's like, so again, because everyone's whole credibility is, well, these people guessed Kenobi, and my thing is, well, we guessed it, so why are we giving these people credibility? And also, it's again, like what you said, it's like concept versus execution of an idea is very
very, very different. Yeah, it's very, very different and very important. And I mean, there was in one of the leaks said that Hayden Christensen had done fighting for Clone Wars, in the Clone Wars, and like I don't really hate that, but I also just want his role to be minimal. I wanted him to show up as a Force Ghost and that be it. Like
Yeah.
that's all I
And
really need from Anakin in this point of the in Ahsoka's story, because this is supposed to be Ahsoka Tano's story. Ahsoka. It's called Ahsoka. It's not called The Adventures of Anakin Skywalker and Ahsoka Tano. It's called Ahsoka. So let's keep the focus on Ahsoka. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need a Book of Boba Fett Chapter 5 Mando takes over for an episode. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And because a lot of people, when they complain about The Last Jedi, they say, well, I wish that Luke was the front and center. Well, he already had his time. It's time for a new character. It's time for Rey. That's her time to shine. Don't take that away from Ahsoka because you really love Anakin. So when that time comes, I feel like Anakin's not going to be in it much, but he will.
No, but I think the parts where he is in it are going to be very meaningful.
They're going to be impactful.
You know what I mean? It's going to be, and I'm banking on this too. I still think Ewan is going to be in the show because I think they're going to have like they're going to have a Kenobi, they're going to be having Obi-Wan, Anakin. Obi-Wan and Anakin are going to show up to Ahsoka at that time.
Yeah, so
I think it makes sense for Obi-Wan to also be there, I think.
Yeah, I feel like since Ahsoka debuted in the Clone Wars, if you want to make any Clone Wars predictions, this is the show you want to make it about.
But also, I feel like at the same time, here's my whole stance on that. It's like, again, at the end of the day, like we said, this is supposed to be Ahsoka's series. Even I make the mistake of like getting hyped for Thrawn or the Rebels characters, but like I feel like this is an opportunity to let Ahsoka stand alone by herself and give her the foreground, because
agreed.
In all these shows, it's like, yes, you can argue Ahsoka is the main protagonist of Clone Wars, but she still gets overshadowed a lot.
Well, I think that it is interesting. She is one of the main protagonists.
I would say Ahsoka and Rex are the two main protagonists of Clone Wars. It depends on arc to arc. It depends what arc it is. Also, that's also tricky. That's the tricky part with Clone Wars as well.
It's an ensemble. I think it's an ensemble. That's what I would say. The Clone Wars is an ensemble. There's not just one like our main protagonist. So like you could break it down into tiers, right?
Yeah.
Like tier 1, Obi-Wan, Anakin, Ahsoka. Those are your 3 main protagonists, right? Second level, Padme, Rex, Bail Organa. Like you have, I feel like that's what you can do for Clone Wars specifically. You know what I mean? Because because at the end of the day, the Clone Wars is a lot about Anakin and Obi-Wan, and then Ahsoka as well.
Yeah, right. And it's like when you think of the rumors, like some of the rumors that came out for Obi-Wan was, yeah, we're gonna see Commander Cody, or we're gonna see the Clone Wars, which we didn't get any of those. I mean, we did see clones, but we didn't see any of the Clone Wars or Commander Cody. So it's nothing is correct. Like everything could be a spot on.
Also,
when you think about it, but afterwards, you're gonna look back on it and you're like, one of these was correct.
The Cody one, also, you got to think about this is from the leak standpoint. This is also we were talking about before the show. The Cody one came from the original film script of Obi-Wan. So again, you got to go with the prefabrication that they could be partially right, but not fully right. That's always the assumption you got to play with, because again, leakers aren't credible sources, and everyone acts like they are. Until I see a photo, I'm not buying it.
Yeah, I also like elements.
I think something has to happen narratively for Ahsoka to be at peace with being a Jedi or being around Luke. Yes, because I mean, when you think about when at the end of this season of Rebels that we are on with the Twilight of the Apprentice, where she's like, or where Vader's like, revenge is not the Jedi way, and then she says, I am no Jedi. So I feel like she resents being a Jedi because she doesn't want to look at her past in a way.
Right,
and she doesn't want to honor what happened to her, especially with her leaving. And so she's very independent, which she still follows the Force. She still follows the light side. So I feel like that during the time of when she does meet Luke, I think she'll come to terms with it.
Right, then we jump to Mandalorian, like Pep said, and she's at peace with being a Jedi. We jump to Book of Boba Fett, she's with Luke, and it's like you have to see the progression.
Yeah, that's one thing on my if I had an Ahsoka bingo card, it would definitely be Anakin showing up as a Force ghost and her reconciling with him, and then also kind of how Luke and Ahsoka originally met.
Well, I will add something to that bingo list.
Okay, I see this comment from Pap. I don't know if I agree with this one.
I think it
Because
depends on
both
what
sides
arc.
were really wrong. But specific characters that were in the Republic.
The protagonist, not the antagonist. Like they're the good guys. The protagonists are the
If you think
Republic.
about the Republic and the Separatists, they both weren't really good. It was just like a matter of perspective.
That's fair.
But yeah, the people that we followed and we viewed as protagonists were members of the Republic.
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
I mean, to say that the protagonists are of the Clone Wars is the Republic, I don't know about that, but Anakin, Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, Padme, Clovis. I'm kidding.
Fuck Clovis.
But yeah, those characters are the people that we would really like to see.
Toxicity. Thy name is Clovis.
And then Caleb at CJ Star Wars 94 said the Clone Wars is about the Clone Wars as a whole. Rebels is about a group of rebels. Ahsoka should be about Ahsoka. Yeah, absolutely. And then 7 people in the chat. Yeah, go ahead and like the stream if you haven't already, please. I would really appreciate that. Really help us out.
And go check out Char's segment.
Yeah, so we did post a video of me doing a card pack opening called Char's Cards, new segment that is going to be coming on here. Go ahead and check that out and drop a like and let me know what you thought about it. And then we have Pep again. This isn't about right or wrong. It's protagonists as we live in the story and point of view of the Republic.
That's true. So they kind of are. They are they like clones and Jedi. Yeah, they're the protagonists. That makes sense.
Bonteri, yeah. And then the first episode was clones and Yoda. Yeah, I mean that's the heart of the Clone Wars. That's the heart of what we appreciate.
Right, which is why I said it's kind of hard to do that. Sometimes I lean towards Ahsoka and Rex, but again, it depends on what arc we're talking about at times, so they can switch from arc to arc.
Because I mean, to be quite fair, I really don't want to see Siege of Mandalore in live action.
I don't want to see Twilight of the Apprentice in live action
because we don't need a remake animation in a live action. There's no point.
I agree.
Like why do twice the work on the same thing? Like it's counterproductive.
And it's like if people
like,
really
we already felt emotional from it. Like
it was
what
perfect
makes it better?
It was perfect the first time. Why do you have to?
Yeah. Like I don't know if you guys ever saw that edit. I think it's like the SC-38 edit. It's like the revamped version of Obi-Wan versus Vader.
Shut up, Pat. It is not. It is not. It is not. It is not.
But
I was waiting for Pat to pull up.
Anyway,
but talking about ST-38,
yeah. So it's not even just like making animation into live action, but I'm talking like we already felt the impact that it had from the animation.
Yeah,
like the SC-38, the enhanced fight from Episode 4 between Obi-Wan and Vader. Just because their fight is cooler doesn't make it more impactful.
Also, like the camera,
we still feel the weight of it despite that.
The cinematography also like throws me off every single time because they keep cutting between that and A New Hope footage, and it's like you could tell like again the differences between handheld cameras versus like cameras they were shooting back in the 1970s. It's like on film. It's like it's like.
I mean, but what I'm saying is that like it doesn't have to be flamboyant and beautiful looking to understand what it's presented what's presented before you. Like from what happened in A New Hope, that was huge. That was impactful. That was the beginning of Luke's arc, right then and there. And just because they did cooler flips with their sabers, like and like
I will say SC imagined like having Kenobi,
it was cool.
having Kenobi come out. I think built on top of that saber duel so much because you can see the time jump, right? You can see that they're not as like agile. They both have lived lives and stuff like that. But back to Ahsoka. Pep also says Yoda would also make sense. Also, I think Yoda would make sense, but I feel like Anakin and Obi-Wan it makes even more sense because they do have that connection.
I think
those three have the biggest connection.
And here's the thing: despite all of the rumors and the alleged leaks that have been released, these are Rebels characters are coming into this. We've already casted Sabine. We've already casted Ezra.
Hereth's been casted because we saw her in the Celebration trailer.
Yeah, why are we making more Rebels predictions? Like, are we going to see the World Between Worlds? Are we going to see, you know, the
that's
Morai? Are we going to like?
But that's kind of the things that we're not talking about that were in the leaks.
Yeah, because I mean, we already know this. But like,
we already know that the world is
back to more and more Anakin and Clone Wars, and like that stuff might happen. But why are we're so hyper focused on Ahsoka during the Clone Wars, but not Ahsoka post Clone Wars? Like, I feel like that has much more weight to it. Well, see Ahsoka speak to Yoda. She does in Rebels and season 7 of Clone Wars. Apart from Anakin and Obi-Wan, Yoda would be a huge part of her discourse with being a Jedi. I think so too.
I think that's interesting. Hey, see, and then you have the whole why didn't he show up to Grogu debate, and
then my thing, it's like I think it just comes down to like the whole how to describe it. It's like it's like it's all about like again what I'm tired about with like the discourse around Ahsoka is like we're talking about potential cameos. If that makes any sense, not like where's
cameos. It's not. They don't have any impact on the story.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
Yeah. It's like I can get the Anakin ones to an extent because that will impact the plot in certain ways.
Yes, because he is the most important part of Ahsoka's life.
Same with like Luke to some level, because I feel like that's gonna happen. Because why would you show that in Book of Boba Fett and then not?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing I want to see. And Bucky, just nails it on the head every single time she talks about it. It's like I want that conversation because that conversation, I think is very important continuity wise, and it just makes sense for the father's Padawan talking to the father's son. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like that relationship. That's basically like his aunt.
Yeah, we got a glimpse of it in Book of Boba Fett with Luke talking to Ahsoka. I want to know how they met. That is like that was the most important thing, because when she was like so much like your father, and he just looked at her.
Yeah,
like I want to know what it was like beforehand. Like I want him to be like, "Who are you?" I'm like, and she's like, "I'm a friend of the family." Like just how she said in Book of Boba Fett. But I want it to be like their introduction to each other is so heartwarming, because it's like the last time she's seen a Skywalker, he was robotic. Like,
also, it's like I know everyone is like, I've seen like even like fan drawings of that scene. It's like here's a bold prediction. Luke's gonna be like, when I say this, he's probably gonna be like, what? But he may agree and he may disagree. I don't want Anakin in that scene at all. I feel like it's like kind of like the Qui-Gon thing. You want to save Anakin until the end of the show.
That's fair.
Now, question: how do you think Order 66 is going to come into play? Please, no. I don't want Order 66. Honestly, that would just be recreating the scene from Siege of Mandalore. Siege of Mandalore. I don't want that.
Yeah,
we don't need we don't need a live action version or a revamped version of it. We've already seen it.
There's ways
the pain from it.
There's ways to implement that in without recreating it. The World Between Worlds is there. You can have like Rex being like Find Fives, or like Vader being like Revenge is not the Jedi way. You can have like these beats playing, her referencing these beats.
You could, but like I don't want that to break the story. You know what I mean?
No, not break the story.
I don't want her to just jump into different parts of her life and then be like, "Oh yeah, do you remember this? Do you remember this?"
No, yeah,
like,
yeah.
We already knew.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean that's basically we'll find out in September of next year what is real and what is
also
not.
Celebration is right around the corner in 3 months. Like we're gonna get a trailer.
Probably get a trailer. I'm pretty sure haven't they wrapped? They've been wrapped for months, right?
They wrapped last month.
I thought it was October.
November. Early November.
Okay. So they wrapped.
The Sabine actor said, "We have like wrapped filming on Ahsoka. Like my part's done."
Well,
so it's kind of safe to assume that the rest of everyone's done by now.
So you give them from November to April. That gives them 4 months.
4 months
to get a
to
trailer.
finish some visual effect shots, some lightsaber scenes, that kind of stuff.
I think we're getting a trailer at Celebration. That shit that's gonna be a that's gonna be a good one. But yeah, yeah, we just wanted to touch a little bit on that. I feel like since we don't have any guests, we kind of just wanted to fill that little beginning half. So thank you everybody that participated. I'll highlight Peps real quick. You don't write if you think about it, every time Anakin and Obi-Wan were not available, Yoda was there. I mean, he was, and so was Plo Koon. So that's fair. That's fair.
My most bold prediction for this show.
Yeah. Hold on. To end this segment, go around bold predictions.
Just one like bizarre prediction that there's 99% chance it won't happen.
Okay.
Mine is that Plo Koon shows up.
Oh wow.
I mean,
they did use Plo Koon as a cover for Luke Skywalker. That's ooh.
And who means more than Yoda to Ahsoka? Plo Koon.
And that's out of
Plo Koon means so much to Ahsoka.
That's out of left field. I like that one. My God, I can't think of really one.
Because we don't know.
I'll go with Obi-Wan. I go with Obi-Wan showing up as a Force Ghost with Anakin. I'll go with that one. That'll be my bold one.
I love how y'all are going to cameos. This is where my mind's at. Dave Filoni loves pain. He really loves pain.
What, is she gonna fucking die?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say.
No.
Ezra's gonna die though.
Oh, I'm all for that. I'm all for that.
Like, they're gonna find him. They're gonna get in this like big battle with Thrawn, and then he's gonna die in the progress, and they're gonna bring his dead body back to Lothal. That's my bold prediction.
Hot take, keep the Jedi dead.
Atlantis, the Jedi are essential to the Star Wars story.
Yeah, without them, the balance can't exist.
Looks at Andor and goes, "Oh, you can't have a show without Jedi."
Oh no, Morai dies. I don't know.
Damn.
I just feel like Morai just shows up every once in a while. Just like, hey, I'm here.
Shit, people.
I don't think it really plays a big of a role. But...
I don't know.
Mando season 4.
Or you don't know.
Big crossover event of the century.
My question is what are they gonna do after Mando's over? What's gonna be their big thing? That's a whole nother conversation altogether.
Wait, this is actually a funny idea. What if we try to come up with an idea to make Order 66 work in the show? No, that would be funny as fuck.
Not gonna do it. I refuse.
We've already got enough Order 66.
We've already had it. We got it
year.
in fucking goddamn Mando Boba Fett. God damn it.
That's why I made the joke. That's why I said we gotta make
Kenobi. It. Can we stop? I've already been traumatized enough from
we got it in Bad Batch too.
We're probably gonna see more Jedi die. Gunji's probably gonna fucking die, and it's gonna just be a
disaster, a sad day.
Anyway,
I don't know, but I feel like we should get back onto today's episode with Blood Sisters, season 2, episode 8, talking about Sabine and her old friend Ketsa Onyo.
Yep, here we go.
The Jedi Knights are all but destroyed, and yet your task is not complete, Inquisitor. The Emperor has foreseen a new threat rising against him. The Podwans Podcast.
All right. So we are on to season 2, episode 8, called Blood Sisters. Do we want to do the 2 sentences, or do we just want to get straight into it?
I feel like the icebreaker was the Ahsoka leaks in a sense, and also it's more.
All right, so
we've already done
so
too much time.
we're gonna jump right into my section, the story. late.
You dumbass.
So late on
I
that.
dodged it. It's okay.
Okay. So season 2, episode 8, Blood Sisters. TLDR. Sabine and Ezra are sent to pick up a courier that has information for the rebellion that Bail Organa is needing. They end up running into a friend of Sabine's, Ketsu. Come to find out, they both left the Imperial Academy together. Ketsu, when she left, went to go work for Black Sun, which is interesting because apparently that's what Sabine wanted to also do. Sabine sends Ezra for backup. Sabine takes over a ship. Ketsu follows. They kind of, have a back and forth. The Empire shows up. They they use the ship that has the Galaxy's Edge DJ guy.
Or Star Tours as well.
Yeah,
DJ Rex.
Yeah, DJ Rex. They take his ship. They put bombs on it. The Empire tries to use it. It explodes. They get the carrier to the planet they need to come back. Sabine offers Ketsu a spot in the rebellion. She's kind of wishy-washy about it. She basically says, I'll think about it. And that's how the episode ends. TLDR. All right. So my first question is, in this episode, we get to learn about Sabine's past with Ketsu showing up. Ketsu mentions it was her and Sabine's dream to work for Black Sun. Do you think if Sabine hadn't met the rebels, do you think she would have done really well with Black Sun?
I don't think so.
No.
I mean, I feel like there's already because knowing the Black Sun and their alignment with the Shadow Collective, I feel like they have a very weird they have a bone to pick with Mandalorians. I don't know. It's weird. I don't think Sabine would even fit in a crime syndicate because I know that she was a bounty hunter and she could be hired by one, but I don't think she would work for them strictly.
No. Hereth?
I agree to what everything Char said, but also again, I think she would probably start off with Black Sun. They fall apart, and then she kind of becomes this Din Django Fett bounty hunter for hire type. Whoever wants the ultimate powers want her, she works for type situation, kind of like a freedom type of bounty hunter.
Yeah.
I just don't. She doesn't fit the vibe.
No, she doesn't.
Black Sun's cutthroat, we sell spice. We're gonna go kill people.
Cutthroat as in what Savage Opress did to the Black Sun? Or,
yeah, pretty much.
I wouldn't call it cutthroat. I call it more head
literally
falling.
Heads were rolling.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah.
Heads were rolling for sure. That's always a good one. I think it's an interesting question. Thanks for asking it me.
Why are you doing the Barack Obama meme of the medal on your self?
Yeah.
You're giving yourself the medal.
No, yeah. You did a good job. Sabine, and this is the first episode that, again, just like last week when we got Hera's first episode of her alone, not being alone, but it's a character study of Sabine. We get a little bit more background because Ezra in the beginning goes, well, come to think about it, you are always alone. You've been alone this entire time. You even tell me to leave you alone. And she just, and then you find out that she actually was part of the Imperial Academy at one point, and she's had this past. We get a little bit of a glimpse. It's just a little dropping. It's not, we don't get the whole story, which I think is interesting to start off with for sure. But no, I don't think she would have fit in well with Black Sun. And then my second question, Sabine offers Ketsu a spot in the rebellion. But Ketsu is not sure if she wants to join yet. If she had jumped in right away, how do you think the rebel crew would have vibed with Ketsu?
You see, I mean, Ketsu is very
by the way,
she's
Hereth
to the
admires me. That's why he has me as his avatar. Just saying. Sorry. Go
but
ahead.
I feel like Ketsu is very to the point. She doesn't really have time for sitting around and negotiating. She's more about let's get this job done and let's on to the next one. So I feel like obviously she would work well with Sabine, and then but in like the Rebel Alliance, I don't know. I just feel like that she would just have a very hard time being around everyone. I feel like I feel like she would be a good fit with Saw Gerrera, maybe.
Oh, partisans? Being one of the partisans?
I think she would have been a great partisan. Maybe.
I wouldn't say partisan. I feel like she'd be great in Luthen's network.
Ooh. That's
Maybe.
interesting. Obviously Kenny's popping in.
Yeah, she's known for explosions. I could see her being hired to make problems for everyone, including Kira. Yeah, she could be hired by Crimson Dawn. Hell, she could have been hired by the Pike Syndicate. She would have just been a gun for hire.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I think that if she were to be a part of the rebellion, or the Ghost Crew, I feel like the only two people that I think that she would work well with are Sabine and probably Hera.
Yeah,
and would be a little bit, tolerant
Kanan,
to
of Kanan and Zeb.
I
don't think she would.
I don't say Zeb.
I don't think she would get along with Ezra, and I don't blame her.
Yeah,
Kid's annoying.
Is.
You will find this out real quickly. Ezra Bridger is not my favorite.
Hey, Luke.
Character.
Hey, but think about this though. People were saying the exact same thing to Ahsoka when the Clone Wars show came out.
That's fair. Like
thing.
Ezra. Okay, I will say this.
When you get on with the show later on and you see his development as a character, you really like him.
Ezra's development in season 3 and 4 is it really
after that haircut and the new saber.
Also, again, I would say was annoying. Keyword was.
Yeah. So was Ahsoka. So was Ahsoka back in 2009. Like no one really liked her because everyone thought that she was annoying. But now look at her. Everyone loves her.
Yeah, well,
everyone likes her. I've never met anyone that hates Ahsoka.
Talk to the fanboys. They don't like strong characters, female characters.
Yeah, you forgot a keyword there. Forgot a keyword there.
Fanboys, sorry. I meant, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, that's pretty much my section. Char, ready to talk about?
And we move into the lore of this episode.
Man, that was just an interesting take there, buddy.
Don't be too proud of this technological terror.
All right, first of all, highlight that again. Highlight.
What?
Absolutely fucking not. I am not.
Luke, get fucked. Get fucked.
No.
Yeah.
I will not stand for this.
Yeah, rough transit. Like you literally stopped me. I
will.
You ruined the joke. You ruined the bit, Luke.
No lore.
No. Yep. Right now.
Don't be too proud of this technological terror you've constructed. The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
And we dive into the lore of the Blood Sisters episode. Today's lore is about crime syndicates. So in today's episode, we find out that Ketsu is working for the Black Sun, which is the same group led by the Falleen and the Clone Wars that joined Maul's Shadow Collective. There are many main characters that control or, no pun intended, have worked for a crime syndicate. Cad Bane is hired by the Pike Syndicate in Book of Boba Fett. Han and Chewie work for Crimson Dawn and would later work for Jabba the Hutt. Boba Fett once worked for Jabba the Hutt, but later takes control of his empire. And there have been many different characters that have worked alongside different crime syndicates. So I want to ask you guys, if you could take one character that was never a part of a crime syndicate and put them into any crime syndicate, one, what would their role be? And two, who would they be? Or you can flip those. Who would they be and what would they be doing?
That wasn't in a crime syndicate and I'd put them in?
Yeah, someone who wasn't a part of one that you wished was part of one.
Was Chrysanthemum technically in a crime syndicate?
Well, he was hired by the twins. I mean, I don't know if that's
but he wasn't part of it. He wasn't like a main bot. When I think of like worked was an employee underneath. I would say like all of the bounty hunters, like not Ketsu, the Zabrak in the Clone Wars, she worked for the Hutts. Like she's done multiple jobs. She's kind of like the main bounty hunter. Like Boba Fett worked for the Hutts as well. Like it's these main bounty hunters that only work for certain syndicates. I feel like Chrysanthemum was like he was a true hired hand. So I'd say Chrysanthemum. I love Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum's my funny little Wookiee boy.
Maybe I'm misinterpreting the question. I thought it's something around the lines of like a character that's not a bounty hunter flipped into it. That's how I thought.
No, it doesn't have to be a bounty hunter. It could be any character.
So just like allegiances in general, like non-bounty hunter to bounty hunter. Like
I changed my mind. Rex as a bounty hunter.
Really, Rex?
Or
I wonder what role would he play and what syndicate would he be a part of?
Hutts.
Not the crime syndicate, a clone syndicate. That's what Wolf and Gregor and him should have done.
No, yeah, they should have been. They should have been fucking. Oh, that'd have been cool. Ugh. But
yeah, who wants some Jupa spice, Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, Hereth, what's your choice?
Again, that's a hard question. I'm trying to think of a character that would fit really well as a bounty hunter. It isn't one. God. I'm gonna go Pre-Vizsla.
Ooh,
interesting.
I assume he would be in charge.
Yeah, as like kind of like a Jango Fett, Boba Fett type of Din type of for hire type of bounty hunter. If he was like, imagine like a world where like, not like, imagine like if he wasn't so gun ho against the team. If he was just kind of like, screw it, I'm just gonna do my own thing. Screw Mandalore, I'm out.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting. I mean, because he did work for the Shadow Collective, I guess.
Yeah, because he worked with Maul and stuff, and it's like he worked with Dooku, so it's like he's clearly open to higher powers and that kind of stuff.
But I feel like mine would be Thrawn.
Ooh.
I feel like Thrawn, and so if Thrawn never had the Empire, I feel like he would kind of do what Maul did and gather his forces through crime. He would be very, very diplomatic and pragmatic.
I disagree so hard. I think he would go Republic.
It could be anything. It could be anything. Like I'm just saying, like if he needed forces to go against the Grisk, like
I think
he would get a bunch of powerful allies.
I think he would go Republic because with his experience with Anakin and Thrawn alliances, I think he would flip that way. I don't think he'd flip crime because you got to think about what his experiences were. Why did he go to the Empire?
Choo-choo train. Gotta love it.
So
the choo-choo train.
Gotta love it.
Like again, I get what your process is of like.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Crosshair. So we have
Crosshair could be interesting because
he Crimson Dawn. She would really be close to Kira. Hell, I could see her in Quirk or Kira double teaming Vader. And that. Oh yeah, in War of the Bounty Hunters.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Crosshair also. Crosshair is a good one though.
What would you guys name a crime syndicate if you had your own? What would our crime syndicate be? Yeah, just think about that.
Do we go with what? Do we just take Vanessa Scacalosi's name and call it?
Why did I know you're gonna go there with that? I knew it immediately. I was like, Luke's gonna go with that one, isn't he?
No, I'm kidding. That's an interesting question. What would we? What? I don't know. What would you guys like if we were the three heads of an organization?
Imagine if Aunt Beru was a crime lord instead of the Black Sun.
Oh my God.
Instead of the Black Sun, it would just be the White Sun.
Oh my God!
Because Beru White Sun Lars.
And this is how Pod 1 dies with liberty
with thunderous applause. We go down with flames.
Yeah, how did you name this crime syndicate? Oh, it's my maiden name.
Oh, I think you should change it. Oh, Jesus Christ,
Char! You needed to split your sentences there, bud.
God damn it.
I'm just saying.
Oh.
Imagine if Brew did it. She would be very simplistic.
What
Just
would
be like, "Let's
what
just name it
would
after me?"
what would our syndicate be named?
What's one character that we really like that we can all agree upon?
No. We're not gonna do it that way.
Just one character. Let me.
No, we gotta do it like Pod One something.
No, I was thinking a joke. I was like to say like Dexter something. I was like, oh,
Oh, wait. Dex has 4 arms, right? Correct?
Yeah.
4?
Yeah, that's a basilisk. His forearms.
Fuck. We do have more than 4 arm. We do have 4 members of the Pod One's podcast.
No, well, I change it back. Alanis' answer. Alanis.
Yep, the Chuckle Fox. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Well, but we should
God
change that to
damn
we should change it to Star Wars terms, like
The Chuckle Ferrex.
the Chuckle Criff.
The Chuckle Purgles.
Oh no, not Chuckle Purgles. That one's gone. I like Chuckle Chuckle Ferrex. Or Ferric. Chuckle Ferrex.
The Criffing Nerfs Alliance.
Criff. I was thinking Criff as well. I was just trying to figure out how to make it work.
The
What'd you just
Criffing
say?
Nerfs Alliance, which is like it's like Star Wars for like the fucking Cow Alliance.
Wait, hold
cows
on.
Carabas.
Hold on. We are the scruffy looking Nerf herders.
Too generic.
That's too long.
Whatever.
There we go.
Hold on, yeah.
Choo-Chee Bounty Hunter, Chuckle Criffs.
Yeah, Chuckle Criffs. There we go.
Crosshair work with the Pikes. And then Pep said Bo-Katan would be the leader of the 7 Shadows, and all 7 Shadows would be former Night Owls. Ooh, okay.
Ooh, interesting. Kind of got a Court of Owls Batman vibe there.
And then a little bit of Ursa Wren comes in every once in a while. I'm just like, hey, what's up?
I just imagine the Batman theme playing whenever like they invade.
Interesting.
Not that one. I was thinking the Giacchino one.
I came up with the syndicate in an RP once called the Sovereign Fleet. The Sovereign Fleet, nice.
No, yeah. Something's in my
ass.
No, I love the one where it goes, something's in my crack.
Something's
Ooh.
up with Thras. Oh no.
Oh my God. Oh Jesus Christ. Oh God.
You mean Ben and
Damn it.
Jerry's?
Oh, at your local Tom and Jerry's. That must be
mean
a
Ben
new
and
restaurant
Jerry's?
in California because we don't have those here.
Yeah.
Do they serve cats and mice at the same time?
I don't know.
Get it? Bad joke. But that was such a bad dad joke.
Anyway, that is it for my.
Anyway, I feel like this is
commentary.
a good time to be putting in this
We need to grab a guillotine and find whoever made that question.
You're under arrest, you piece of crap. You ain't never getting out of prison.
I fucking love that. I love the fact that I can do that. That's so great.
I gotta
love
find
it.
one for a Luke and Char.
Oh,
even the
Jesus.
odds.
Yeah, this is great. This is so great.
I'm sure you can find plenty of Luke and I.
Oh my God, yes, I'm sure you can. All right, sorry, Char, go ahead.
But anyways, with the lore done, let's segue into Hereth's segment, the interconnectedness.
Oh,
In my experience, there's no such thing as luck.
People are the worst at the transitions. You guys like always need to hold off like 3 seconds before it starts. Y'all are just still going. You notice how I always stop like right before it like goes. You guys are just like full blown going. Anyway,
Wait.
just ignore any of that.
We're
wait,
hardcore.
you heard that?
Yes.
Oh shit! All right, I thought it was Sly. Never mind. This is gonna be great for the
Or-
audio listeners.
No, you couldn't hear that. I didn't read it. I was reading your lips.
Oh, okay. You didn't hear any? Okay, good, sweet. Never mind.
I'm a lip reader.
Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, so I'll be 100% honest, like usual with a lot of these Rebels episodes. There's not a lot of interconnectedness outside of Black Suns, Sabine's backstory, and DJ Rex. But that doesn't really make a good question because Luke obviously stole those questions.
Hey,
So-
I didn't steal any questions from you this week.
Black Sun.
Okay, that's. Man,
So,
again, got to be quicker than that.
again, as kind of the theme of the last like 3 episodes, I feel like this is getting repetitive, but you know what? I noticed it, so this is fun. So, when Kez is dropping off the Gonk droid to R2 and Bail Organa, the theme that's playing in the background as like they're landing the planet and they're landing down and the interaction's happening is weirdly Anakin's theme from episode 1.
Is it really?
The big middle part, like like that, like whole.
Oh no shit!
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, so
Interesting. I didn't know that.
again, this is what it kind of like similar to my Hondo one, but this is more interesting because there's a lot more depth to it. What are the similarities and differences between episode 1 Anakin and Ketsu?
A lot.
The biggest difference is that Anakin was a 9-year-old boy that was a slave. Ketsu joined the Imperial Navy or joined the Imperial Academy.
Let's just say they look different.
Yeah, that I felt like that one was a pretty obvious one too.
Yeah, they have different haircuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if 9-year-old Anakin had that haircut. Yeah.
He almost did in Attack of the Clones.
He almost did. He almost had a mohawk.
Dude. Oh my god. Looking back at like this just reminds me of the concept art for Anakin Revenge of the Sith. Like at one point he did have a mohawk. Like what the fuck is that?
And he had like a ripped shirt.
Yeah. It was like, oh, let's go for the Baywatch look.
Yeah, like it wasn't
Anakin
like
Skywalker trying to save Padme's life.
I just imagined
this part of his head was
bald.
I just imagine. Okay, I'm gonna do my best George Lucas impression. He's staring at the episode 4 New Hope poster. I like that like ripped chest. Can we just like chest. It's just that's where it is. Can you guys cut all of his hair off and just have it just be straight?
I really want to see. I really want to see but Hayden Christensen to be shirtless. I mean, we do see him sleep, which is pretty hot, but I would rather have him fight shirtless too.
You know,
with Star Wars, I wanted to add a couple. I want to add some nudity with Hayden Christensen, and he really portrayed himself very, very, very powerfully with his nightmare and seeing the sweat on his chest. But imagine that with him with a lightsaber in hand.
Oh my god. This is what happens when we don't have a guest.
Chaos just starts.
So, even with guests, we have chaos.
Well, I mean,
do you remember what happened like 3 weeks ago?
Daniel
and Remy. That was a highlight episode.
Which, by the way, next week will be our Christmas special. So, get a little festive.
I promise there will not be any Wookiees. I promise.
Oh yeah. As much as I love the Wookiees Life Day, we're not celebrating that this year.
Sorry,
we love Life Day. Life Day.
Yeah,
was November 17th.
We celebrated Life Day. We partied hard with
actually it was cool. So last year there was actually a Life Day book about Stellan Gios.
Yeah.
It was actually really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It was a story of like a little kid stealing from a shop on Coruscant, and then Stellan Gios caught him and was like, he gave him something in return. He's like,
anything.
You can't steal, but I know that you're hungry and that you want food for Life Day. So here you go. I'll give you this and be on with your day. Typical,
ooh,
Life Day cheer.
Ooh.
Some
maybe
some yip nip,
So our guests next week are gonna be CJ, Kier, Mandalorian, and Danielle. And we'll be talking about Kanan and Rex's little adventure.
Does that mean we have to like obviously we're doing the Christmas sweater thing and like the beanie thing? We're like imagine like we like went all out, just made like the background Christmas theme and like stupid like
we don't have time to do that, unfortunately.
And just put Photoshop cheap Christmas lights over the banner.
Maybe.
Call it a day.
Maybe.
Or just decorate our backgrounds with stupid stuff.
We could. That's a good idea. But no, yeah. I mean, there's not like a ton connecting.
I just thought it was so.
Oh, here we go. I've seen more of Brandon in the last like 6 hours than I've seen of him in the last 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I was in his
No,
live yesterday.
I'm
He was
not
playing
even kidding.
Overwatch.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding you.
I
He
did see you
popped in.
join. I saw you join.
He popped into New Meta's live, and then they were talking about Spider-Man in the animated series, Batman in the animated series, and X-Men. And it's just
Yes.
wow. Wow.
You guys should stop by Diet more often. We started taking live calls. So you know what I'm gonna do, Pep, is I'm going to do a thing called Star 67, and then I'm going to do what Shaquille O'Neal did with Stephen A. Smith and pretend I'm gonna have a different name, and I'm gonna just cause chaos, and then pretend like I'm not me.
Oh my
I might just do a
God.
different. Maybe I'll just call us Godfrey. Maybe.
No, Godfrey. We gotta go Godfrey.
Maybe I'll call us Godfrey.
Oh my God, that's a great idea.
Maybe I'll talk as George Lucas, and I'll see what's happening over there in Diet in the Force, which is a concept that I didn't come up with, that Disney did. But I will.
Oh
you know,
no, the flashbacks.
send me the contact, and I'll make a call.
Wait, hold on. Speaking of Pat, okay, I'm down with that. Give us Santa.
I mean,
hats.
that doesn't take hard to do. There's literally an app that'll do it for you. I mean, you just have to like kind of slightly draw on it. It's not hard.
I will say, we
are all going to be going to watch Brandon eat a hot chip.
Oh
Saturday,
yeah,
right?
that's right. That is on Saturday. Oh fuck.
You know,
Oh,
I've actually
shit.
been debating on doing a lore video, but while doing the hot chip challenge.
Oh
so
fuck,
I'm, like,
we're doing
it
well,
while
no,
also
we can't.
Brandon's
suffering.
already doing it.
Brandon's already
doing
doing it. He's already doing it. That's already done.
Already done.
Oh, you know what we could do? Similar, the Hot Ones challenge.
Oh,
Or I can do a skit of like it's over and I can have the high ground, but with the hot chip.
Oh,
It's
God.
over attic. I have the high ground.
No. You know what we need to do? We need to do reenacting of scenes while we do that.
Oh my God. Just
It'll
like,
be easy to
Can
do
you
Anakin once you get-
imagine?
I'm just
easy to do Anakin's when
imagining.
he's on fire.
I'm imagining
my
what Aiden did in
God.
VC with like the insurance companies of like Revenge of the Sith, but like that,
Yes.
but with like us like barely like breathing.
Oh, it's gonna
Ah.
be offline. Damn it.
But he actually asked for a lore question, so when every time like Brandon goes down and get a chip, he has to answer a lore question, and like some of them like are ridiculously
Nah, fuck that shit.
long-winded.
No way in hell am I doing that. I did so I lost in fantasy football last year, and I had to do the Hot Ones challenge. And it
Oof.
wasn't even like the official Hot Ones challenge, but they gave me like hot wings. Ate them all like a champ. Ended up going back, going to the bathroom. Did not feel good coming out of both ends. It's not great.
You got to be like Elizabeth Olsen when she did the Hot Ones challenge. She didn't even bat an eye.
Yeah,
Took it like
I
a
don't
champ.
know how fucking people do that. Hey, Chris.
Hello, what have we here?
Oh my god.
I don't believe I will survive, but it's content.
Content, baby.
But it's offline content.
It's content. It's content,
Ah.
baby. It's content. That's how I felt. Like, honestly,
It's just the Bo Burnham sketch.
yeah. I mean,
Reenact the council scene from the Phantom Menace with the hot chip.
A ship.
Oh my god.
A speeder. Water.
Where's the milk? Oh.
Oh
Blue
my
milk,
god, that
blue
would
milk.
be so fucking great.
Spotchka. I don't know. I don't care. I'm 9 years
my
old.
God. But yeah, that Hereth, is that it for your interconnectors that we ended up turning into like a 5-minute?
You know, it works. It works. We joked about like the similarities, and like we made it into a funny joke, and then we just went down a rabbit hole. You know, it's fun. It's kind of that they fly out chaos.
Hey, yeah, and that's gonna be. Oh wait, hold on, we got to rank. Sorry, I am like.
No.
Wait.
I exist.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
right.
exist.
I forgot about that.
You dumb.
You ready, Troy?
We've been doing the show for
I'm
75
ready.
episodes.
You son of a. 3 interesting facts about a certain Rebels arc that you didn't know about until now. Part 15, Blood Sisters edition. Fact 1. The original Courier The earliest incarnation of the story had C-3PO be the courier, but the presence of such a legacy character overshadowed the interaction between Ketsu and Sabine. A remnant of the original version remains in that R2 greets EG-86, the Gonk droid, at tail's end. Fact 2. An original ship for Asajj Ventress. Ketsu's starship, the Shadowcaster, is a modified reuse of the Banshee developed for the Clone Wars. It was originally to be Asajj Ventress' ship in the storyline that was adapted into the novel Star Wars Dark Disciple. Fact 3. Close to controversy. Hera's rebel contact at the start of the episode is named Vo. In the script, he was named Jebel. Also changed was the label on the pickup crates. In the final, it's Ronto meat. In the script, it was the extremely questionable Wookiee meat. And there you have it. Those are the 3 interesting facts about Blood Sisters.
Please highlight Pet's comment.
No, hold on. We're gonna start the No, wait, no. We gotta start with the evolution here. Luthen's speech in the Hot Ones. Holy fuck.
I can do that. I know.
Can you
Luthen's speech
imagine
from
that?
top to bottom. I've listened to that speech.
That
so
would
many
be
times.
amazing.
No. Each sentence, right? You'd have to do each sentence.
Yeah.
So like you finish a sentence, you eat a hot wing, right? You eat the whole thing. And
But
then
the
you do the
evolution
next
is
one.
the evolution.
No, you eat the hot chip. You give it like 5 minutes, and
Oh,
then you say it.
see. One does Luthen's, one does Kino's, and one does.
I know
the last one does
Luthen's
Marvin's.
speech 100%.
Oh my God.
So am I doing?
That-
So Luke's doing
Just split 'em up,
Kino,
you do the
Char's
Holocaust,
doing
and
Luthen, I'm
Luthen's
doing
speech.
Yeah,
Marva.
I'll do this. Kino,
I'll do that.
we are
Calm.
taking over.
Kindness,
But
kinship,
can I?
love.
But can I say the original Marva speech with the ending, the other line
Oh,
instead
fuck.
of fight?
Like,
Yeah.
fuck 'em. Fuck the Empire, dude. You know what? Honestly, I'm kind of glad that they kept that out because that is too like earthly, like shit is interesting.
Oh yeah,
Shit.
like that's like that. Oh yeah, like that's hasn't been a problem in Star Wars.
Shit
recently.
ass
Yeah.
I mean, we're not,
bastard,
I
damn.
mean,
Earthly.
we're not gonna be eating anything at that point. None of us are hot.
I am.
Duh. Shut up, Char. Shut up. Oh my god. Anyway,
Yeah, I know Luthen's speech from top to bottom. I'll
That
say it
would
right
be-
now. I'll say it right now.
no, don't
No.
say it right now. Don't.
Kindness, kinship, love.
All right. Yep. Good call.
I've given them both chances.
Cash in that door.
Mind?
We do
I
mind.
share my dreams. with
Anyway,
ghosts.
anyway.
I wake up every day to an equation that I wrote.
Oh my god. All right. So we are gonna rank. Oh my god. Yes. Giga Chad. You are Giga Chad. That sucks for you.
I'm down for what I do.
Anyway, bad ensign. Okay, lieutenant. Good captain. Great admiral. Chef's kiss. Grand admiral. And I'm gonna start it off by saying it is a lieutenant.
Disagree, Captain.
I'd say it's a captain too. I mean, it's not like a banger episode by all means, but I mean, like I said, like the past few weeks, each episode gets the spotlight to a specific member of the Ghost Crew, and this week's episode was Sabine's highlight.
Yeah.
So getting to see her, like getting a little bit of her backstory with the, being a bounty hunter and being a part of the Imperial Academy. I mean, it does, we do later on find out more about her past with the Empire. But this is just the start. So I'll give this a captain.
Giving it a lieutenant. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's your prerogative.
Again, it's your prerogative, but my argument has been since every single ranking is I feel like everything is captain and above except for Iron Squadron.
That's a hot one.
Yeah. If
Every
we do
time
that,
we-
if you do that, Chris, I'm gonna end up like Mr. Leahy.
So that would be
Shut up. That
so-
is not. I don't
wait.
even say that anymore.
Well, no, remember I counted it up. You said it wrong 10 times, and I didn't
No,
count
I think
Pacific.
12 times.
No, 12 times was the 2 times that you screwed up. One of them was not even
This
Alanis, it was
This one's
Liv.
great.
I'm sorry.
Goddamn Mike.
Can
No, he's talking about me. Not
eat a
you,
hot wing every
dipshit.
time Luke gets his GD
Eats his
mic.
his goddamn Mike. Shit. Etiquette.
Look, now you're so close to the screen. Like I felt like that your boom coming from your mount was like huge. because you were like all the way back here, and
Sometimes I just like to
you're, like-
lean back and just enjoy the view. You know,
This is the classic
lean back,
Lego.
lean back.
lean back, lean back. That's a good song. Anyway,
Who sings this on Fat Joe? Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Pull up my pants and do the rock away. Now lean back. Now lean back. Now lean back. Now lean back. Oh, here's a question. Fat Joe. Who would be in his band?
Old Joe.
Star Wars
I mean,
band.
old Joe.
Yeah, old Joe.
I'm kidding. Fat Joe.
Yeah, Fat Joe. If Fat Joe existed in the Star Wars universe, who would his band be? Who would he rock with?
The Max Regio band.
Ooh. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Finger and
I
Dan.
feel-
and
No, I
Ronald
feel like he'd
Molds.
be the vocalist.
The
For,
what? Wait. Hold on. What did you just say?
the name of the band.
Yeah, which is what?
I thought it was Finger and Dan and the Moma Molds.
I was gonna say he could be the vocalist for that, but it's Figrin Dan and the Modal Nodes.
That is so funny.
What did you say? Is it Figrin Dan and the Modal Modes?
Welcome to the pod ones where every minute just gets worse and worse by the second.
We are getting canceled. Unfortunately, that is our last show. Thank you for everybody. No, just wanted to do some
My unwillingness to yield, my
announcements.
eagerness to fight.
Oh my God! Would you stop?
As let me down a path to which there's no escape.
You know, like you remember the
I yearn to be a savior of injustice without contemplating the cost, and by the time I
Oh,
look down,
Jesus
there's no longer any
fucking
ground beneath my
Christ.
feet.
Would you just stop?
You know how like there was the highlight reel of like the chaos and highlights. This was just that, but for an hour straight.
Hey, I feel like it was pretty entertaining.
It was entertaining. I'm not gonna deny. I'm just saying it's funny.
Oh my god! Imagine instead of Fat Joe, there's DJ Khaled.
Oh fuck, dude! He for sure was in the. He was definitely in 77 or whatever the bar is, the clone bar
Oh yeah,
in the High Republic.
79.
Yeah, that is 79. He was definitely set in 79s.
I feel like you do that every
we
single
the
time.
best.
You always say 76 instead of 79.
No. Instead of "We the best," he quotes Bulio from Rise of Skywalker. Win the war.
Win the war, and then it just starts and it rips into it, and then like you hear like the Max Rebo band in the back.
Another chosen one. Just like he walks in with like Jedi robes to the Jedi Council. He's like,
war.
It's like Master Khaled here. Another chosen one. It's like
Another chosen one.
another chosen one.
The Jedi were wrong.
Jedi were wrong. We the best. Anyway,
You know what I'm gonna do, Luke? I'm gonna write a diss track at you.
Oh no, we're not getting to that. We're not in
We're
YouTube
not.
2016
you're
YouTube.
not. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a diss track.
Oh my god.
Chat, let me know if I should make a diss track.
This is like,
Oh my
like I love how
I'll
we've
make one.
devolved into 2016 YouTube. This is where
Yeah,
this
Jesus
is
Christ.
our
I'm gonna
channel
make
has
a diss track,
fallen.
Anyway,
It's kind of like my poetry, you know.
Hereth,
Oh my god.
Hereth, where can the good people follow you on the social medias?
You can find me at Hereth Productions on TikTok and Instagram, Hereth_edits on Twitter, Hereth on Hive, even though I don't really use it because Twitter still exists. And then you can find me here, of course, on the pod ones.
Char, where can the good people follow you on the social medias?
Good people, you can find me on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at CharCharJ, as spelled right here. And you can find me here at the Pod Ones podcast every Thursday night as we cover our Star Wars Rebels rewatch. Next week, I'm not sure what the title is. I'm forgetting. It's the thumbnail is with Kanan undercover as a stormtrooper. What's it called again?
On. Plug your cards thing again.
Oh yeah. Also, there is a video that released today of me doing our first episode of Char's Cards, a Pod One's production. Go ahead and check that out. I do rip open some Star Wars trading cards. Hope you guys find that to be fun. Those will be coming out probably every once in a while.
Every Wednesday.
So yeah, keep an eye out for that. And yeah, that's where you can find me.
And you can find us at the Pod Ones on all social medias. A little update on the Fire and Blood content that will be coming out first of the year. That'll be in 2023.
You gotta explain what you did.
I don't need to explain anything. I thought that we could probably get all this content in before the end of the year. I was
that
wrong.
I was saying the other thing.
Oh, that doesn't need to be explained at all, so it's okay. But we will be expanding our content starting 2023. That's what we get to look forward to. So that's a little update. Yeah, here's a Giga Chad. But that's gonna be it. On to the next one for Light for Life.
We are all the Republic.
And may the force just be with you.
Always.
Always.